first I want to acknowledge a very, very obvious thing. I am not a PC gamer. I grew up only using Apple products, literally, until my mid-30s. Additionally, I only played on Nintendo and PlayStation. Now, my first experience with this thing was, I would say, casual at best. I actually didn't use it. I bought it because it was a really, really hot piece of technology, and I was like, I'm gonna review it. And I didn't actually like it. I was coming from the Nintendo Switch. The Nintendo Switch had all my boys. This guy, my Mario, it had Link, it had everybody. This didn't have any of that. There's always emulation, but I historically have not been someone who's gravitated towards that style of play. And so I just looked at this as a really cool gadget. Little did I know that this gadget would continue to weave itself into the very fabric that was my portable gaming life and continue to not only be something that I wanted to try, but became a primary go-to gaming device that now, to date, is what I consider first, rather than, yes, my Nintendo Switch 2. Now don't get me wrong, I love the Nintendo Switch 2, I genuinely do, but something that the Steam Deck has taught me, that it taught me over all of the other competitors, yes, even Lenovo or Asus, is I get to choose. Now, I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna be like, well, Lenovo lets you choose. They let you choose more than Steam does. And so does Asus. And I agree with you. They do. They let you choose all of the different launchers and all of the different things. And this is where it starts to get a little bit complicated, because they let you absolutely choose between which launcher you want to use. But those launchers are what are starting to cause this issue. I mean, Sony, there's rumors that they're going to increase their prices. Xbox, they've increased their prices. Ubisoft, all these different things, they're just bundling in all these services when I just want access to my games. And I'm not, again, as you heard me say at the beginning, I'm not a PC gamer. I'm simply just someone who plays games portably and wants to have access to the games that I have purchased. And so Steam, being the way that I purchase my games, is the best out there. So much so that I've done something somewhat drastic that I wasn't expecting to do. I'm sorry in advance to the messy house. Let's normalize just having a home that has children in it. So what recently happened was I started to really struggle with where I was playing my games. You see, I have a Steam Deck and I have a Nintendo Switch too, and I have a PlayStation, and all of them were kind of fighting for my time. I have a PC that was very, very generously provided to me from my community. Yes, last year when I was really trying to make streaming a big part of my everyday thing, my community so generously banded together and got me my first PC, which I will never forget. Hey, real quick, this is the panel off my PC with the names of all the people that helped me buy it. Thank you so much. Huge shout out. This is the Brew Crew of 2024 from the JDX Coffee Twitch channel, and while that channel no longer exists, the channel that has taken its place is the Analog Den. And so, we're not doing this again, but if you want to join the live streams, hop on in. But I'm not gonna lie, I still am not really a PC gamer. I'm definitely not a PC user. And so I always kind of fell back on the PlayStation. Well, as things have come out over these past few months, I'm realizing that console gaming, as much as I love it, has become more and more complicated. Xbox, with their releasing of different things, as well as PlayStation trying to do their thing, they're actually leaning into the fact that people like to play portably. They like to play wherever they want. And this was something that I was so grateful of with my experience with my Steam Deck, is that it genuinely begged me to play it. There weren't any options. It was like, hey, you want to play this game? Guess what? You were playing it when you turned it off. You'll be playing it when you turn it on again. Something that you've grown to love with your Nintendo Switch experience. And it really felt like it was striving to do that more and more and more. And to date, out of every single portable PC out there, I would say if Quick Resume is the feature that you value the most, the Steam Deck cannot. I mean, it's impossible to beat the Steam Deck's Quick Resume feature for portable PCs. The Nintendo Switch still does it better. They're very fast. But what has been established is this intrinsic need to be able to play games on my time. No longer having to ask my devices, can I play you? But rather, just simply turn it on and do the thing. This has been established so well with Nintendo Switch as well as Steam Deck that it's now not just a feature, but a requirement. And as time has gone on, I've realized that the respect that comes from Steam is also largely there for us dads, for us busy folk who want to have one place to keep all of our games and to discover new ones, because it's kind of undeniable at this point. The development times and when new games are coming out has become more and more messy. We don't even know when Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming out, if it's gonna come out, and let's be honest, most of us dads really don't care about games like that. But what about AAAs? What about exclusives? What about all these different things that I'll be missing out on if I just let go of my traditional way of gaming? I'm gonna be honest with you, and I want you to punch in for a second. I don't know if you're gonna be missing out on any of these things, to be honest. As time has gone on, I realized that the idea, the thought, the fact that like, oh, I'm going to be missing out on these games is what these services have instilled in me. If I don't have access, that means I will miss out on something special. When in reality, I have more fun, more excitement just playing games again. I've spent most of my time on an analog pocket, tried the RG35XXSP, it was fine, but I think I'm gonna stick to the analog pocket. And for me, a lot of the reasoning behind all of this is primarily because I just want access to my games. What the Steam Deck has done for me is it's made this experience of playing games effortless. I feel like I know what I'm getting myself into. The verified, playable, or unsupported, I don't have to guess. This is something that I'm heavily dealing with the Switch 2 right now. Granted, all of them are playable, but there is this element of disappointment that comes with playing some of my older titles. They didn't upgrade well. I mean, a game like Crisis Core, which is an incredible game, it still has performance issues on the Nintendo Switch 2, but on the Steam Deck, played it 3 times now. It's flawless. Now, I hear the words you're not saying. You're saying, JD, you're just trying to sell us because you're gonna get a cut. I'm gonna get a cut? Mr. Analog Den, formerly known as Caffeine and Consoles, formerly known as Yo Julian, formerly known as JD Channel 2. No, I'm not getting a cut. I'm just excited. I'm excited that in 2025, a 36-year-old father of 2 who spends half the time cleaning the house, the other half the time cooking, the other half the time raising children, and the other half the time, yes, I know how math works, it doesn't when you're a parent, the other half the time doing anything else, trying to make videos, I still get to game, and it would have been absolutely impossible if it wasn't for the introduction of portable and hybrid gaming with Nintendo Switch and the eventual mastery that came with the Steam Deck's implementation, where they allowed the gamer, yes, me, the extremely inexperienced gamer, to actually have control over their experience. I mean, who the heck do they think they are? Allowing me, of all people, to fiddle with settings. I don't know what NVIDIA DLSS is, and I certainly don't know if that's the right combination. Is it FXAA? I don't know. I think what I'm trying to say is that gaming for me, I thought it was over. I thought for sure that when it came to any sort of gaming, I would have to just let it go. And the main reason for that is, as a father, I'm doing the right thing. As a husband, I'm doing the right thing. The Steam Deck, what it did for me was it showed me that there's a library of games that not only I missed, I have access to, and that access can come to me at any time, and it can come to me at an affordable price. And I want you to hear this when I say this. The Steam Deck isn't perfect. It's not perfect at all. In fact, there are plenty of flaws. The design, it's disgusting. I had to put a bunch of stuff on it. The battery life, it's okay. It's better now. It certainly wasn't the best when it first started. And well, the interface, it reminds me of it's like the gaming equivalent of the IBM ThinkPad. There's really nothing inherently special about it. With the Steam Deck, there's the community of deck daddies out there that have grown. There are friends that I've made who've talked about different things or different aspects of gaming that I just never had before. And that for me is something that I haven't felt since I was a kid. And so when the question gets asked on a regular basis, is the Steam Deck worth it? I will almost always, if not always, say yes. And when it comes to the thought of if there's another one on the horizon, should I wait? If we spend all of our time waiting for the next best thing, we will miss
what makes
the good old days. So, I hope this meant something to you. It certainly meant something to me. And as always, play more and be kind. Cheers.